Let's talk about data retention practices. And this is an area we've been focused on for many, many years. We've been looking at data retention requirements from legal perspectives, from regulatory perspectives, and so forth. The traditional way of retaining data was that you use in-house archiving applications and information repositories. You back up your data, you archive your data, and again, not all organizations today archive, but most of them do. You make backups of your archives, and then you ensure that you're following the 3-2-1 rule of backup, which we'll get into here in just a bit. With cloud-based applications and information repositories, you don't have to do any of that. Your cloud providers do all of that for you, and so you don't have to worry about backup, you don't have to worry about archive, and that's completely wrong because you do still have to back up your own data. Even if it's all in the cloud, you still have to archive your data. These are critical requirements that simply don't go away once you've decided to move your applications to the cloud. And Eric, I wanted to ask for your perspective on this. What are you seeing among your clients, and what misperceptions might there be about having to back up and archive content in the cloud?
Well, I think one of the biggest misconceptions you've already touched on is the shared responsibility model, which we'll talk about here in a minute. That once everything goes to the cloud, you're hands off. We're not worried about it. We're not responsible for it. And actually, Microsoft and AWS and Google's, if you read their terms and conditions, they actually say they're responsible for the infrastructure, not your accounts, not your actual data. So even customers we've helped move to AWS or Office 365, we've had to find third-party tools to actually pull that data and usually back down to their local site so that they have an off-site backup. And certainly low risk, but we've seen lately the idea of deplatform, that word's kind of out in the zeitgeist now. If you have all your information at one of these cloud hosters and they decide for whatever reason that they're not hosting your stuff anymore, do you have a copy that you can get to quickly? I think that's going to become a question that becomes more prevalent over the next couple of years as more stuff moves to the cloud.